Explain how you are eligible to become a U.S. citizen.
Eligible.
I have a green card for 5 years.
Good. What is your full name?
My full name Citizenship.
Is the name on your green card the same as your legal name?
Yes.
Okay, good. What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is June 14, 1980.
What is your date of permanent residence?
Permanent is December 1st, 2009.
Are you from Vietnam?
Yes.
Yeah, you're from Vietnam. Do you live in San Jose or Milpitas?
I live in Vietnam.
Okay. Do you work or do you stay at home and take care of your children?
I stay home and take care of my family.
Does your husband work?
Yes.
What is your husband's job?
His job is technician in technician in training.
Okay, so he is a technician. Very good. Have you traveled outside of the United States in the past 5 years?
No.
Okay. When did you marry your husband? What date did you marry your husband?
Yeah. December 17, 2007.
Did your husband sponsor you to come to the United States?
Yes.
Okay, good. How many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
Are they born in Vietnam or the United States?
Yeah, they're born in the United States.
Good, very good. Okay, now, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No.
Have you ever voted in the United States?
No.
Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes.
Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
No.
Are you a communist?
No.
What is communist?
Communist is the government of China, Vietnam, North Korea, and Cuba.
Good, Yoy. Are you a terrorist?
Yes.
Terrorist.
Can you say again, please?
Yeah.
Bố.
This one. Are you a terrorist? Are you a member of a terrorist
Yeah,
group?
no.
Okay. So what is a terrorist group? What is terrorist?
Terrorist is bomb and violence.
Yeah, so they use
The bomb.
Yeah.
And violence to control. Okay, good. So they use bombs and violence to control people. Okay, good. So now we're going to stop share. Okay, now let's finish this up quickly. Okay, have you ever been a soldier? Are you a soldier in Vietnam?
No.
Have you ever committed a crime?
No.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Have you ever been in jail?
No.
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
No.
Okay, good. Have you ever lied to get social benefits? Social benefits are like a green card or money from the government. Okay, good. Do you support the Constitution and the laws of the United States?
Yes.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Do you promise everything you say is true?
Yes.
Okay, very, very good. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Toa, can you read 62?
Who was the Declaration of Independence?
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay, very
Declaration of Independence.
Okay, good. Thomas Jefferson. Okay, let's see. Dong, can you do number 63?
Yeah. 1978.
Oh, no. So read this one. When was?
July 4, 2026.
Oh, no, this one's 1776. So when was the Declaration of Independence adopted? It was adopted on July 4th, 1776. July 4th, 1776. Okay, this one, again, there were 13 original states, name 3. So we have New York, New Hampshire, and New Jersey. New York, New Hampshire, and Jersey. And how about this one? Min, can you read this one? Min?
What happened at the Constitution Convention?
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution was written at the Constitution Convention.
The Constitution was written. Okay, and read the next one, please. 66.
Written, yes, 1887.
No, try again.
When was
17.
in 1887?
No. Take a look at here.
1787.
Yeah, this one. 1787. So what is this one? This is a stamp. And when we look at stamps, what are the first 3 words of the Constitution?
We the people.
We the people. And what is he doing here? What is he doing?
Thomas Jefferson.
Well, and you're thinking of the Declaration of Independence. But this one,
Franklin Benjamin.
well, he was part of the Constitutional Convention, but this one here, he is writing. So they're using a plume or feather to undo it. So this one, again, we use this sometimes when we sign the Constitution. This one is a quill pen. So, okay, we're going to continue on. So I want to go and try some more, one more quiz. And I think the quiz is from Monday. So let me go. Yeah, this is the coin quiz. So we were talking about this one. Let's see if we can do it very quickly. Okay, so what was one thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Anybody?
Free the
Freed the slaves. Good. Next one. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Jefferson. Okay, Jefferson. So this one, again, Jefferson. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay, good. Clear. Okay, we're going to continue on. Who was the president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Yeah, Roosevelt. Very good. So he is on the dime. Roosevelt is on the dime. Who is the father of our country?
George
Washington. Roosevelt. Okay, this is Washington.
Roosevelt.
Okay, so how many states are in the United States?
15. 15.
50, yes. So when we have 50, we have 50 states, clear. Let's continue. Oh, 1 minute, I'm sorry. We have 13 original states, name 3. We've done that. Name 1 state that borders Canada.
New York.
New York,
Alaska.
Okay, 1
Alaska,
second,
Yeah.
1 second. Somebody's having problems getting in. Admit. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. So this one, Alaska, name 1 state that borders Mexico.
California,
California.
Texas,
Okay, and where is
New
the Statue of
Mexico.
Liberty?
New
New
York.
York Harbor.
New
New
York,
York.
very good. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes the president?
Vice President,
The Vice President.
Vice President, who this guy is, who is he? This
Kennedy.
one is Kennedy.
Adam
Kennedy.
Kennedy,
Yeah, the vice president. Okay, before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in?
World War
World
II.
War II.
World War II.
World War II, World War II,
Okay, what did Susan B. Anthony do?
Civil rights,
For
For women rights.
For the woman
for,
rights.
for women rights, for women rights, Susan B. Anthony.
She fought for women's rights. Some people said she fought for civil rights. So this is Susan B. Anthony. So every time you find one of these, this one is very good luck. Okay, so now we're going to go down to a little bit more. Name 1 American Indian tribe. So this is Sacagawea, and she is a Native American. What is one of the Cherokee? Very good.
Cherokee. Hopi.
Cherokee,
We have Hopi.
Hopi,
Okay, and who was the
Cherokee.
second president of the United States?
Cherokee,
John Adams.
John Adams.
John Adams. Adams. And who was the first president again?
Washington,
George Washington.
Okay, good.
John Adam,
Yeah, so please take a look at the money, and you are able to learn a lot of things by looking at money. Okay, we're going to stop share. And then the Constitution, and we need to do the last page, but before we do that, can we talk about the 3 branches of power, the 3 branches of the government? We have the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. So the executive, what's another word for the
Legislative.
executive branch?
judicial,
So another word for the executive branch is the
President.
judicial,
President.
legislative,
and the legislative branch, what's another word for that?
legislative,
Congress.
Congress. And what's another word for judicial branch?
Supreme Court,
Supreme Court.
Court,
Or you can say just the courts, or you can say Supreme Court or the courts. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today. And so the Constitution talks about the 3 branches of government. Okay, and they have, all the branches have, let's see, Ishan, can you read this one again? Ishan?
The branches have separate powers. The branches have equal power. This is called separation of powers. The powers balance each other. No branch has more power than the others.
Okay, so this is a branch. Branch is a part of government. A branch is a part of government. So again, we have the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. What is the main job of the executive branch? It's to, or let's start with the Congress. What's the main job of the legislative branch? What does Congress do? They make laws or make the law.
Make the law.
Okay, and what does the executive branch do?
Enforce.
Enforce the law.
Enforce law.
Enforce the law.
Yeah. So you make sure people follow the law. And then the last one, what does the branch do?
Supreme Court review law.
Explain.
Explain or review the law.
Explain or review the law. Okay, and again, we have, when we talk about the executive branch, we're talking about the president. Oops, the president. We're talking about the people who are part of the executive branch. We're talking about the president. We're talking about the vice president. We're talking about the cabinet. And we're talking about the departments under the cabinet. So for instance, we would talk about the Secretary of State and all the people who work for the Secretary of State. Or we talk about the people who are work under the Department of Justice and all the people who work for that. So when we talk about the legislative branch, what are the two main parts of the legislative branch?
Senator and
House.
Senate, yeah, Senate and House of Representatives. Then okay, Senate and House of Representatives. Okay, and when we talk about the judicial branch, we're talking about the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court.
And other courts. So there's many other federal courts, state courts, and county courts. So this is what the branches do, and this is called, so the executive branch, the president, he does not make the law. The president does not explain the law. The Supreme Court does that. So this is called separation of powers. Okay. All right, now let's continue on. We're going to be talking about Benjamin Franklin and the US Constitution. So this one is a little bit difficult. I'm going to have to make it smaller. So when we talk about protects rights, who protects rights? Is it Benjamin Franklin, the US Constitution, branches of government, or the Federalist power, Federalist paper?
Protect rights.
Yeah.
US Constitution protects right.
Yeah, the Constitution protects our rights. Very good. How about John Jay?
Federalist paper.
Johnson, Federalist papers.
Okay, US diplomat.
Benjamin
Benjamin Franklin.
The first
US
library.
Yeah, he was, okay. James Madison.
Federalist paper.
Federalist paper. James Madison.
Very good. Okay, James Madison. Okay, written in 1787.
Richard 1787. Benjamin Franklin. Oh.
Within.
87. Written in 1787. Yeah. Okay, executive.
Branch of government.
Government. Branch of government.
Executive. Okay, judicial.
Branch of
Branch of government.
Yeah. This one is very interesting. This word is Jew. Judicial. Judicial.
Judicial.
Okay, Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Federalist paper.
Parliament.
Federalist paper.
Hamilton.
Oh,
Hamilton.
Okay, next one. First free libraries.
Benjamin
Benjamin Franklin.
Franklin. First free library.
First free library.
I think it's libraries. Okay.
Yeah.
Defines the government.
US, the Constitution,
Very good try.
Defines government.
Okay, and
Yeah.
first postmaster general.
Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, and legislative.
Branches of government.
Branch of government.
Legislative. Okay, one more thing I'm going to add here is he was the oldest member of the Constitution. Convention. Okay, and again, let's take a look at the branches of government. Again, the executive branch. What's another word for executive branch? Another word is president.
President, yeah.
And another word for legislative branch is
Congress.
Congress. Very good. And another word for judicial.
Court.
The courts. The courts. Okay, so when we talk about rights, when we're talking about rights, we're talking about freedom of speech, press, freedom of speech, freedom of the,
Religion.
of religion, freedom,
Not really.
freedom of assembly. And there's a lot more. So there's and more. So those are protected in the First Amendment and the Bill of Rights. And so, and then these are the leaders of John Jay. I have to tell you, John Jay was he becomes the first Supreme Court Justice. Supreme Court. So that's John Jay. Okay, and James Madison, he becomes he becomes the 4th president. And Alexander Hamilton is the 1st Secretary of the Treasury. So always think about him on the $10 bill. So he helped start the banks in the United States. So he's a very, very important person. Okay, is everybody okay with this? Okay, I'm gonna clear it. Everybody okay? Okay, I'm gonna clear it. And now we're gonna go back. We're gonna see if there's any more that we have to look at. Okay, that's a picture of the Constitution. So we are going to take a look at this one, establishing independence. So we've read a lot of this. We read a lot of this already. Establishing independence. So these are the different states. So again, what did the Declaration of Independence do?
Say that the United States is free from Quebec.
Yeah.
What did the Declaration of Independence do? Say the U.S. is free from Britain.
Quebec.
Okay. All right. What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Life,
Liberty
liberty.
and freedom.
Life.
Life and liberty.
Liberty.
Life and liberty.
Okay. So why did the colonists fight the British?
Because of high taxes.
X.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
John C.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh,
Not John. Not yet. We're going to get to that in a second. Jefferson. Yeah. Okay. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4,
July 4,
1776.
1776.
1776. There were 13 original states named free.
New York, New Jersey, New
Yeah.
New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey.
Okay, let's name 3 more. 3 more. We always say New Jersey, New Hampshire. Washington.
Virginia.
yeah.
Yeah, Virginia.
Virginia,
And where?
Delaware,
Delaware.
Maryland,
And Maryland.
Georgia.
Georgia. That's another. Well, I'm going to try it again. So
North
let's talk about the South. We have the Georgia, and we have North.
California.
No, North
Carolina.
and South
South Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Who's the father of our country?
George Washington.
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 Who is the first president?
George
Washington.
John Washington.
And then when do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4.
Oops, that one. This needs to be. And then this one, last one is July 4th. Okay, very good. So this one, again, this is Washington, and we're going to talk about the supreme law of the land is the Constitution. We're going to talk about the Bill of Rights next week, okay? So let's take a look at this one. Ishan, can you start reading? And you're going to start reading over here.
Okay.
Mhm.
After declaring independence from Great Britain, the founder fathers wrote the Articles of Confederation to create a new government. Each colony was now a new state. The article set down the basic rules to hold the states together. The article gave most government powers to the states and kept only a few powers for the central federal government. After the
Revolutionary
War, the founding fathers
only for the
realized that this system
lives.
did not work because each state operated independently.
Yeah, so the countries, instead of the government working together, all the states worked separately. So that was a big problem. So now we're going to go over here. Hadin, can you start over
Yes.
here?
In 1787, state representatives met in Philadelphia to change the articles. That means was called the Constitutional Convention. The
It is not convention.
So wait a minute, wait 1 second, listen to me. Representatives
did not all agree on the change. Some states wanted a
Okay,
strong
wait a second. Mintrin, stop just for a second. Mintrin,
Yes.
stop. We just want to listen to Hadin, okay? So Hadin, start again from 1787. Start again from here, okay?
Yes. In 1787, state representatives met in Philadelphia to change the articles. That meeting was called the Constitutional Convention. The representatives did not all agree on the change. Some states wanted a strong federal government.
Okay, 1 minute. All right, now, but
other states did not. Large states wanted more representation.
mhm.
In Congress, but smaller states wanted equal representation. The leader decided to write a constitution to create a more balanced federal government.
Okay, now, Mintrin.
Nine states need this to agree to the new constitution in order to make it official. Some states did not agree. So to release the Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay wrote the Federalist paper to support the passage of the new constitution. The Federalist paper it said a plan why people should support the new constitution. Eventually, all 13 states agree and the constitution become official.
So this is happening between 1783 and 1787. There's disagreement, And so in 1787, people started working for more agreement together. So we have one here about Benjamin Franklin. Let's see, two.
I'm here.
Yeah, Tutran, please. Can you read this one about Benjamin Franklin?
Yes. Benjamin Franklin is famous for many contributions. Franklin was the oldest member of the Constitutional Convention. He served as a U.S. diplomat to April. He created the first free library and he served as the first postmaster general.
Okay, very good. So when is the Constitutional Convention? What year is the Constitution Convention?
Constitution was written.
This one's 1787, okay? Okay, and this one, he was also a U.S. diplomat to, this is a diplomat. And what is this word here? This is the word Europe. So he is what is he doing here? I want to talk a little bit more what you do when you're a diplomat. So he represents the U.S. government to the governments of France and England. So now this is part of the State Department. So he was an early diplomat, very, very important. He needs to get money. And every time you go to the library, especially the Library of Milpitas is free. You need to think about Franklin, and this one, Postmaster General. This is about the post office. So he did a lot of really good things. He started the post office. Plus, he was a scientist. So he was never our president, but he is on our $100 bill. Okay, so now we're going to continue on and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Constitution. Okay, we answered those questions. So let's go to the Supreme Law of the Land. Let's see, Toy, can you do this one? Oh, Toy, 1 minute. Let me set this up a little bit better for you. Okay, we're going to, Toy?
Yeah.
We're going to do this one here.
The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. This means that U.S. laws must follow the Constitution. The Constitution explains how the government is set up. It defines the three branches of government, executive, legislative, and judicial. It describes the power of expand and expand the power of the federal government. It also explains the right of the people living in the United States.
Yeah, so what does it do? It talks about the powers of each branch. It talks about the powers of the federal government. And the last one, it talks about the rights
Right
people
of the people
living in the United
in the
States.
United States.
Very, very important. So this is a very good one. Let's see, I'm going to clear this again. Clear. Okay, would somebody else like to read this one? This one's very important, so we have to make sure we understand this one. Anybody else would like to try this one?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. I got it. Yes.
Is that okay? So again, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It means that all US laws must follow the Constitution. It explains how the government is set up. It defines the three branches of government. It's the executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch. Judicial branch. It also describes the powers of the branch and explains the powers of the federal government. So the federal government is the United States government. It is not the state government. And it also explains the rights of the people living in the United States. Living in the United States. Okay, we're going to clear all those. And now we're going to continue on. Let's see, who hasn't read yet? Somebody has not read. Let's see. Don't,
Okay.
can you try?
Yeah. The government is set
No,
up.
wait, no.
Yeah.
Don't,
first-
start here. The first three
Yes.
words.
That the first three words of the Constitution are we the people. In other words, the American people govern themselves and are not ruled by a king. When the founding father wrote the Constitution in 1787, they created
whoa, too much. 1 minute. Okay, continue, please. They created the
structure of the federal government that we have today. They believe that the Constitution should be a living document. They wanted the Constitution to be flexible enough to meet the country's needs. For that reason, the Constitution can be changed or amended. Change to the Constitution or called amendment. Today, the Constitution has 27 amendments.
very good. 27 amendments. Okay, so 27 amendments. The last one, Tran.
Founding fathers wanted citizens to be able to choose their own to make laws. One important idea in the United States is the rule of law. This is the idea that no one is above the law and that everyone must follow the law.
Yeah, so this one is very, very important. The rule of law. No one is above the law. And everyone follows, and everyone must follow the law. Even the government or the president must follow the law. So that's very important. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of the questions now. We're going to come back to this paper again on Monday because we're going to be talking about the Bill of Rights. And so we have 6 questions. So what is the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution.
Constitution. What does the Constitution do?
Set up the government.
Okay, 1 minute. Sets up the government. Okay. And this one?
Set up government. The
Government.
Government.
Sets up the government. Okay, and so this one. Okay, this idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words?
We the people.
We the people.
People. What is an amendment?
A change to the Constitution.
Change. Oops. To the Constitution. Okay, how many amendments does the Constitution have?
27.
27. So now, always remember 27 is a lucky number for you. 27. And what is the rule of law?
Everyone must follow the law.
Everyone must follow the law.
Everyone must follow the law.
Follow the law.
Everyone must follow the law.
Oh, I wish I was a better typist. Everyone must follow the law. Okay, so that's saved. We're going to save it. We're going to clear it. So again, we're going to learn.
Law of the land. What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution.
Yeah. So we're 2. What is your last name?
My last name is Chen.
What is your first name?
Yeah, my given name is Tu.
Okay, what is your country of birth?
Vietnam.
What is your date of birth?
1962.
What is the month and day?
Yeah, I see, but I can't.
Okay.
I cannot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this one is, when did you become a resident? When did you become a legal permanent resident?
Yeah. 2018.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about, we're going to go to the next one. And the question is, explain how you were eligible to become a U.S. citizen. Do you have a green card for 5 years, or are you married to a U.S. citizen for 3 years?
I have a link card more than the 5 years.
Okay, very good. What is your full name?
Yeah, my full name is Thu Chen.
What is your country of birth?
My country of birth is Vietnam.
Where do you live? What city do you live in?
I live in San Jose City.
How do you make your living?
I take care of my family.
Okay. Have you traveled outside of the United States?
Yes, I
Okay.
have traveled outside the US.
How many trips? So how many trips did you take?
Oh, 3 times.
3 times. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your marital status?
I'm married.
Okay. Good. And do you have any dependents? Do you have any children?
I have 2 children.
Okay. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No, I never.
Okay. Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever been a tourist?
No, I have Never.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
Too? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Have you ever been arrested or stopped by the police?
No, I never.
Okay. Do you support the U.S. Constitution?
Yes, I do.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms in the U.S. Army?
Yes, I am willing.
What is bear arms?
I bear arms means to protect the U.S.
Yeah.
until
Use a weapon.
yeah,
To use a weapon to protect
Pet,
the United
pet,
States.
protect the United States.
And you're in the army, you know, so use a weapon to protect the United States. Okay, so this one, remember this one is bear arms. Okay, so now, all right, are you, so we're going to continue on. Are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the U.S. Army?
yes, I am.
What is non-combatant?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
So this, okay, no problem. You're doing great. Combatant. Okay. So what are you doing? You work in the Army without using weapons. So for instance, when you're at work, so if you're a non, you work in the Army without using a weapon, so people would be able to drive, cook, clean, use a computer, translate. So there's many jobs in the Army where you're not using a weapon. So these people, are they using a weapon? They are not. So non-combatant is to work in the Army without using weapons or without using a weapon. So again, let's go, we're gonna go back one. So if you're talking about bear arms, this one is weapon. Okay, so they're using a weapon. If you're talking about non-combatant, they're not using a weapon, but they're still serving or still working in the U.S. Army. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, clear. Do you promise everything that on your N400 is true?
Yes, I promise.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's true.
Okay, Yoy. Okay, so I know you will be a great American citizen. So thank you very much for that, okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. So who said yeah? Toa, was that you?
Yeah,
Okay, good. How are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen?
I have been a permanent resident for 5 years.
What is your current legal name?
My current legal name is Thoi Phương Quát.
What is your country of nationality?
My country of nationality is Vietnam.
What is your home address? Is it in San Jose, Milpitas, or Seattle?
Yeah, I home address in Milpitas.
Okay, good. Do you work?
No, now I know to work. Now I go to school.
Good. Have you taken any trips outside of the United States?
Yes, I have.
Okay, when did you leave and when did you come back?
I live on October 10, 2019. I returned on November 7, 2019.
Are you divorced?
Yep, I am divorced.
How many children do you have?
I have one daughter.
Okay, good. So now, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No,
No. Do you owe any taxes?
no,
Have you ever been a terrorist?
no,
Have you ever participated in a rebel group, militia, or army?
no,
Have you ever been arrested or committed a crime?
no.
Do you support the U.S. Constitution?
Yet,
Oh, yes. Very good. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms in the U.S. Army?
yet.
Okay, what is bear arms?
Bear arm mean it to use a weapon to protect the country.
Yeah, to protect the country. Are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the U.S. Army?
Yet,
Okay, what is non-combatant service?
non-combat mean it to work in the army without using weapon.
Do you promise everything that you said is true?
Yet, I promise to tell the truth.
Very good. So that was super, super, super good. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so let's take a look at, we're going to take a look at Nagasi. Yesterday, it was very shocking news. Very shocking news. So he's thinking about his family. He's counting his money, and this man comes up to do it. Yeah. So let's see. Hadin, can you read this one? Nagasi
Yes.
looks at his watch. Let me
Yes.
make it a little bit bigger, okay? Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Legacy looks at his watch. It's after 4 p.m. He has already been driving for over 10 hours. Legacy plus over on Wisconsin Avenue and Park. He looks his door for a moment and count his fairy and tips. Then he thinks about the bill, the new baby, the Davis winter coat, and Desta new glasses. Legacy sighs. I'm really tired, he thinks, but maybe I'll pick up one more fare. At that moment, a man runs up to Legacy's taxi. He tries to open the back door, but it's blocked. Legacy quickly put his money away. Then he uncloses the back door and lets the man inside. Where to? Asked Legacy. Out of here, said the man, breathing hard. Legacy stopped the car and driver straight ahead. This passenger is very nervous. Maybe he is running from someone. After a few more blocks, Legacy asked, "Where do you want to go?" But the man never answered him. He just gave her our order. Turn left here, say the man. Turn right there. Now Legacy felt nervous too. He know that driving a taxi is sometimes a dangerous job. Maybe this man want to take his money. Legacy stops at a red light. Maybe you need to get out, say Legacy. The man opened his jacket and shows a gun to Legacy. Maybe I don't, say the man. Keep driving.
So what's the bad thing? The man has a
Scream.
Yeah, man has a gun. Yeah, so now what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at some of the vocabulary that's used in the next one. So we have alive, committed, crowd, disappears, escalator, farther, frightened, gas gauge, go through, horrible, imagine, probably, relief, robbery, siren, steering wheel, sweating, unzip, and the metro. So we're going to take a look at this one, chapter 7. So what is Nagasi thinking about? He's thinking about his family, but he has a customer. Oh, his phone is ringing because his wife is calling him, and the customer has a gun. So he's kind of afraid, but he needs to be cool. So let's see. Now let's hey Min.
Yes.
Yes, can you read this one?
Legacy feel very frightened. A horrible to go through his mind. This man is going to take his money and shoot him. Then Legacy will die and leave his wife and children on alone. Now Legacy hear siren. He know the man hear them too. It's a very cold evening, but this man is sweating. The man unzipped his jacket and his rear view mirror. Legacy see the gun and 3 or 4 black bags. Legacy image there is money inside. He think this man committed a robbery. Now Legacy's cell phone is ringing. Legacy is sure it's Ayana, and she is probably very worried. Legacy always call Anna when he lay, but the man tell Legacy not to answer the phone. It's getting dark now. Legacy ride around for another 45 minutes. I'm almost out of gas, say Legacy. The man looked at the goggles in Legacy taxi. It's true. The taxi cannot go much farther. The man looked out the window and see the metro station. The subway in Washington, D.C. is called the metro. Stop here, said the man. Many people are going down the escalator into the metro station. And without another word, the man zipped up his jacket, get out of the taxi, and disappear into the crowd. Legacy put his on the steering wheel. He signed with reply, no fee, no tip. Not even a plastic bag of street money thing legacy, but I'm alive.
So is Nagasi safe now?
Yes.
Yeah, he's safe. Okay, he's out of danger. The man isn't there. Okay, thank you so much. That was very well read. So now let's take a look at some of the vocabulary and we're going to end. So we have sirens, gas gauge, crowd, steering wheel, escalator, and robbery.
Escalator.
So when we talk about sirens, what's a siren? Yeah, E. It's a very loud sound, usually from police or hospital, or sorry, ambulance. What about gas gauge?
Gas gauge, the C.
Yes,
The
C.
instrument that tell how much fuel.
Yeah, so we have this one, we have gas, and we also have fuel. Okay, crowd.
D.
Oh, D.
D.
Up, move
D.
step.
Steering wheel.
F.
It's round. Very good. So again, you think about a wheel and you think about something that is round.
Round.
Okay, escalator.
D. Moving steps that carry people up and down.
Okay, moving steps. And last one, robbery.
A. The crime of stealing.
Yeah, this one is a crime. So when you have a crime, are you following the law or are you breaking the law?
Breaking the law.
Yeah, to break the law. That's the idiom that we have, to break the law. Okay, thank you very much. So now we're going to do very quickly, we're going to do some more. We have imagines, hears, shoot, unzips, committed, sees, goes through, and is sweating. Okay, so this one, Ishan, can you read number 1?
A horrible thing, thought.
Got thought.
But true.
Got thought negative mind.
Let me make that a little bit smaller. 1 minute. Okay, sorry, Ishan, read number 1. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Talk.
A horrible thought goes through Negasi's mind.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Dung, number 2.
Shoot him.
Yeah. It means it going to take its money and suck.
Yeah, and to shoot him.
So,
Yeah. So then nobody will take care of his family. So next one, Toy. Number 3.
Hear siren.
Now negative. Here.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Hears. Yeah, now it's a hears.
Okay, 2, number 4.
It's very cold evening, but
man.
this man is quitting.
Wedding, yeah.
Wedding.
Okay, very good. Next one, Tram.
Unzip.
The man unzipped his jacket.
Yeah, unzips his jacket. Very good. Unzips. Okay, unzips. And the next one, let's see, Hadin, number 6.
Yeah, negative unzip
C.
See the gun,
See. See the gun. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And Nagasi, this is a
Image.
really good word.
Amazing.
Imagines.
imagine.
Yeah. Imagines, and he thinks the man. This is another. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times we say commit a crime or commit a robbery.
Comedy, robbery.
Yeah. So
Robbery.
yeah, commit a crime or so we say commit a crime. Commit a robbery. Commit murder. Commit murder. Yeah, murder. Okay, so that's it for us. So